Jersey time. You know, at this point, it's kind of become like a tradition on this channel, an annual thing, to rank the new jerseys for the upcoming MLS season. And it's become one of my favorite videos to make because I like pretending to be a fashion designer when I am very clearly not one. Now this here is interesting because it doesn't feel like there's a clear consensus number one with everyone. Like last year, it seemed like everyone loved the Galaxy throwbacks and the Philadelphia Union lightning bolts. But this year, every team took a different angle to what they wanted their jersey to be. And it feels like everyone's got a different opinion on who's the best and who's the worst. And just a reminder, my opinions are probably trash, so don't get too offended if your number one is my number 26. All right, 2022, we got a good number of jerseys to cover, so let's not waste any more time. Let's do it. 29, my Chicago Fire. They made it blue again. They made it blue again. Okay, now, in the Fire's defense, they have come out and said they will be returning to a red jersey in 2024. The reason they couldn't return in 2022 is because of the league's contract with Adidas. You see, these jerseys, they're not just designed over the weekend and released to the public. Actually, it's a long process from start to reveal. And this particular jersey has been in production for over a year. It started, actually, before the new badge was released. So in a way, this jersey was designed with the garbage fire crown in mind. Okay, fine. I accept that Adidas is partially to blame. But what I cannot figure out is that this is the third year in a row that the Chicago Fire have released a new home jersey. And yes, I use new in air quotes because basically they've all been the same thing every year. What was the point of last year's home jersey if they knew they were going to replace it the next season? It didn't even last the normal 2-year cycle that other jerseys are on. Why didn't the Fire just use the original blue jersey for last season? And you know what? I don't care if this particular jersey has been in production for over a year, because guess what? It shouldn't have been in production at all. On September 13th, 2019, Joe Mansueto officially took full control of ownership of the Chicago Fire. However, the process of the rebrand to the garbage fire crown and move to the blue jerseys actually began with the previous owner, Andrew Hoffman. So it's kind of like Mansueto walked in and the rebrand just fell in his lap. And so for that reason, I can't blame Mansueto for the first 2 years of the blue jersey. However, when he took over, he should have seen the absolute vitriol over the rebrand and new look from Fire supporters. And he should have gone to Adidas on day one and said, hey, once this 2-year cycle is up, we're going back to red, no questions asked. The fact that this jersey was designed with the garbage fire crown in mind tells me he didn't do that. And I'm sorry, but the first 2 years might not have been your problem, Joe, but this cycle, yeah, this one is on you. It's the Chicago Fire, for Christ's sakes, not the Chicago Water. End Durant. 28, Orlando City. You know that gif of that guy that goes like, yeah, that's pretty much the best way to describe my feelings on this kit. Kudos for creativity, I'll give him that much. But this jersey just has too many things that trigger me. Way too many colors. It's got dark purple and to light purple and to orange and to yellow, and then you got white and the gold in the lion head. Way too much for me. Also, I hate jerseys that fade. It just looks tacky to me. I hate it. And this jersey has multiple fades within it. Usually I could say, well, the jersey did this, maybe to look better. Not for this one. This one is just a total miss for me. 27, Ny Cfc. I feel a little guilty about this one because I've always wanted them to incorporate a little more orange in their kits. And now they're like, hey, we got an orange kit. And now I'm just like, No, not like that. I love the concept, but I hate the execution. I think this design could work, but first, get rid of the fade. Orange fading into blue, no thanks. Just make it a hard line. Also, I think you gotta switch the colors. If this would have been a primarily dark blue kit with just a little bit of orange, I think it would have worked a lot better, because all this orange right now, this is just too jarring for me. And I swear my eyes aren't deceiving me. But that's two different shades of orange on the sleeve and on the body of the kit. I mean, what is going on there? I feel so bad because I want to like this kit. I really do. But it just doesn't work for me. 26. Toronto FC. Swing and a miss. And I hate saying that because I usually love half and half kits. But this half and half design, that is about as bland as you can make it. I mean, come on, Toronto. You really couldn't add any red accents on this jersey? You couldn't even make the Adidas stripes red? Don't you think it's a little ironic that it says, "Come on, you Reds" on the inside back collar? And there's no red on the jersey except for the badge? I like the gray, but other than that, totally forgettable kit that no one will remember in 2 years' time when it gets phased out. 25. San Jose Earthquakes. They call this one the Creator Kit.
What?
Yeah, I don't get it. And I mean, I don't care what a team names their jersey. I'm not docking any points off San Jose for the name of this jersey. I just felt compelled to explain that I don't understand what gave San Jose the idea to name this kit Creator. The design of the side panel, that's pretty cool. You want to make it even cooler though? They added some blue in there. I just don't really understand the decision to make this kit black and white. It really strips away a lot of the personality. In a year mostly devoid of boring plain white t-shirts as jerseys, this is the closest to that, so it's gonna be a no for me. 24. Colorado Rapids. Usually the Rapids rank higher on my list simply for their colors alone, but this year I just can't justify doing that. Colorado, mountains, put mountains on a Colorado jersey, it makes sense, right? But here's the problem. I couldn't tell that those were supposed to be mountains. Hell, even when you tell me, I can't see it. I mean, to me, it just looks like the dryer got too hot and burned random parts of the jersey. I understand not wanting to just draw a generic mountain on the jersey and wanting to be abstract. But with abstract designs, there's a very fine line. And this jersey went well. 23. Nashville Sc. It feels like Nashville just has a bit of an identity crisis going on with their jerseys. It's like they can't decide if they want to be clean and professional or fun and funky. And with this design, it's almost like they're trying to be both professional and funky. And to me, that's just not allowed. Like San Jose, the design running up the side of the jersey is awesome. But unless you're looking at a player from the side or with his arms up, you're not going to notice that design. I mean, look at these two jerseys side by side. You could hardly tell a difference. I mean, just imagine if they were to use this Soundwave design for hoops or stripes or something. The jersey would instantly become elite. But as of right now, they're just too scared to do that. You know, every year it feels like there's one jersey that's universally loved with everyone, and I don't love it. I kind of hate it. Last year, that was the Seattle Sounders Jimi Hendrix kit. But this year, it is number 22, LA Galaxy. I hate that they got rid of the sash. And admittedly, okay, it's not as egregious as Columbus getting rid of the yellow last year, because there have been times in the Galaxy's history where they didn't rock the sash, such as the first couple years of existence and also the first couple years of the Beckham era. However, I think the sash looks so good on them. I mean, it makes them stand out to the rest of the league, and it's such a classy look. Oh, but it's so clean now. It's a white shirt. I mean, hey, the quasars on the collar and the cuffs are nice, but that doesn't do nearly enough to save this jersey for me. 21. LAFC. Admittedly, I originally had this jersey in my bottom 3 of these rankings. But the more and more I look at this jersey, I gotta say, it's growing on me. Slightly. I mean, I do like the Art Deco design. It's very pleasing to the eye. I hate the centered badge, though. I mean, what is up with that? Who made that call? In general, I just like the badge to be on the side. I think it looks cleaner. It kind of gets out of the way. The Philadelphia Union a couple years ago had a centered badge, and it looked okay because it lined up with the center bar going down the jersey. But this, it doesn't really line up with anything. It just kind of looks out of place and awkward. And what happens if they win MLS Cup this year? They're going to try to jam in a star in between the Adidas logo and the badge? That's going to look even worse. Also, the Art Deco design, while it is nice, while I do like it, it's a little bit too bright for me. I need it to be a little bit darker and match the black background. Because to me, LAFC is the black and gold. And this, the Art Deco design being so bright, it almost turns them into like the gray and gold. And I just don't like that as much. I love the concept, but I hate the execution. 20. New England Revolution. I've seen a lot of hate for this jersey, and I don't really understand why. I mean, maybe people wanted something more flashy for the new badge. I don't know. But to me, it's okay. It's fine. It looks like a standard New England Revolution jersey. I do like the pattern within the fabric. It gives the jersey a little bit of texture. It looks a lot nicer than just a plain navy blue shirt, in my opinion. And also, I think they're going back to navy blue shorts, which I like that because I didn't love the navy blue top and red shorts from their last home jersey. But other than that, really not a lot to say about this one. Unfortunately for the Revs, with more teams going with crazier designs and crazier color schemes, I think this jersey will be forgotten over time because it's just really not that memorable. 19. Sporting Kansas City. A little underwhelming by SKC standards. I mean, this is a team that's had really creative away kits in the past, and this one just kind of comes off as a little flat. I love the concept, but I hate the execution. I think the theme of state lines is great. I think having the state lines represented by the numbers 913 and 816 is great. Why did they make them the same color as the jersey? Why didn't they make the state lines that sporting light blue? That would have made the jersey pop out so much more. Because as of right now, this jersey is just way too similar looking to both the New England Revolution and Chicago Fire. 18. Seattle Sounders. I wanted to rank this one higher. I do, because I love the creativity to it. I genuinely haven't seen anything like this before, but it's just a little bit too much for me. How do you describe this one to someone who hasn't seen it before? It's got like a center line of blue checkers that fades out the wider it gets because the checkers get smaller. I don't love it personally. It's just a little too busy for me. I don't like how the checkers go behind the Adidas logo and the badge. It just kind of looks sloppy to me. Just wish they would have made it a little simpler. Like maybe just one center stripe of checkers, and that'd probably be good enough for me. Like with the Sounders, this rave green and blue, that color scheme already makes the jersey unique on its own. I don't think you need drastic designs to make it memorable, because this is just too much for me. 17. Austin FC. Well, we go from a jersey that had too much to a jersey that doesn't have quite enough, in my opinion. However, I still think this looks okay. People think I hate plain jerseys, and that's not the case. I hate plain jerseys that I've seen a million times before. I hate plain white and plain red and plain blue. But this is plain mint, which we haven't really seen before, at least not in MLS. Now, pairing the mint shirt with mint shorts, I don't know if I'm going to love that. I kind of wish they would have stuck with black shorts, but I guess I got to see it on TV before I make a full judgment call. 16. Charlotte FC, home. I think Macwell said it best when he said,
"Oh my god, guys, look! I have the new Charlotte FC shirts in red!"
Yes, it definitely does have a very strong Arsenal vibe. I will admit that. However, if you think about it, there are hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of professional teams out there. And with that many teams, admittedly, there's going to be some teams that look a little similar to others. But with that being said, it's still a unique look specifically to MLS. That Carolina blue body, that's a nice color, I like that. And with the white sleeves and white shorts, it's a very classy look. And a good start for Charlotte FC. 15, Columbus Crew. Hey, they brought back the yellow. That alone deserves a thumbs up. Job well done. I never should have left yellow in the first place, but we'll get over it. Yeah, kind of what you'd expect. I mean, the Acura logo looks nice. The badge. Oh. Sorry, my bad. I got these two mixed up. I don't think you can really blame me when they look so similar. There's a really cool design within the fabric of that collage, checkerboard looking thing, whatever you want to call it, but it's so hidden you could barely see it. Why don't they color in those lines with black? It would make the jersey stand out so much more. It's Columbus, it's yellow. Not much more to say about that. Moving on. 14, Real Salt Lake. Is it plain? Yes. Is it boring? Yeah, probably. But I will gladly take plain and boring in this case over that atrocity that was the psychedelic topography map of 2020. I'm just happy to see RSL come back down to earth. Yeah, normally I would say go all out, go creative, and if it flops, well, that's still better than playing it safe and going boring. But I really hate their 2020 jersey, so this is all right. And it's not completely boring. I mean, they do pair the claret shirt with the Cobalt shorts, so that looks nice. It's mid. Go with that. 13, FC Cincinnati. You know, since the beginning of their MLS days, I have always wanted them to have a all-out orange kit. And now, they finally got it. You know, I'm usually not a fan of incorporating a city or state flag into a jersey just because it's been done before and it looks a little tacky, but I will say, I think it looks nice in this case because it is so subtle, and the waves of the river really does give this jersey some nice dimension. My only real critique of the jersey is the colors of the sponsor and Adidas stripes. Why did they choose silver? Silver doesn't contrast well at all with that bright orange. I just think the jersey would have popped a lot more and looked a lot better had they stuck with blue. 12, Houston Dynamo. It does have a little bit of a similar design to Seattle's 2018-2019 kits and some other MLS goalkeeper kits, but I will say, I think it looks a lot better here. It's primarily black and silver with slight orange accents. I think it looks really sharp. However, I do wish there was slightly more orange, and I really wish the Adidas stripes had a metallic orange look going for them. I think that would have made this jersey step up a couple tiers. Also, I do have to say, the silver badge is a little tough to see on this background. Like, if I go on Instagram and I see all the jerseys side by side, I can very clearly point out all of the jerseys' badges. But with Houston's, it looks a little hidden. I just don't think it was totally necessary to make that badge monochromatic. But that aside, I still think the jersey looks really good, and I can't wait to see it on TV. 11, Minnesota United. Very sleek. Black jersey, light blue stripes. It looks sharp. And it would have been a lot higher in my rankings had it been the away kit. Look, I love the look of this, but with this black kit and Minnesota's light blue away kit, that means for the first time in Minnesota United MLS history, we are not going to have a gray kit. And the gray color scheme is what made Minnesota stand out. So I'm sorry, but my hands are tied. I have to take away some points for that, for not making it gray. Again, I want to emphasize, this kit looks great. But let's face it, black, it's kind of been done before. 10, Red Bull New York. Well, Red Bull introduced subtle checkers on their white home kits last year, and I guess they fell in love with that look because now they've got subtle red checkers on their away kit. I think it looks pretty good. I like how the checkers are bigger on this jersey, and I also like the texture of them. They're not just solid. It almost looks like they were drawn on. It's a nice touch. But you know, I'm usually iffy on monochromatic badges. I don't always think they're necessary. But in this case, I actually think it would have helped out this jersey. Because the sponsor, in a sense, is monochromatic. It's all white, which, by the way, I think looks fantastic. I think they should have followed that with the badge. Because the normal badge has the little bit of yellow, has the little bit of blue, and when the rest of the jersey doesn't have that, it kind of looks a little off. And I realize how ridiculous that sounds, me criticizing a jersey for the badge that the team normally wears, but that's where I'm at on this jersey. I really want to love this one, and I almost do. I love the concept, but I hate the execution. Wait, why does that sound so familiar? Have I said that before? 9. Philadelphia Union. Yes! They brought back the vertical stripe. Thank God! I'm so happy the Union brought back the vertical stripe. Like, nothing pisses me off more than when a team just ditches their jersey identity 1 year for no reason. Now, do I wish the stripe was gold? Yeah. Do I wish the stripe was centered? Yeah. But given the fact that the last 2 Union home kits didn't have any vertical stripe, I'm not going to get too picky. And with this stripe being light blue, that does allow the Bimbo logo to be gold, which I do have to say it looks really sharp on this. It's not my favorite Union kit of all time, but I can get past that. I'm just so happy they brought back that stripe. 8. FC Dallas. Yes! They brought back hoops. Real hoops. Oh, I dig it. Okay, I know, their last jersey technically did have hoops, but it didn't even go all the way up the jersey. It looks like they started and then got scared to finish it, so I almost don't even count the last jersey as a hoop jersey. This, to me, is like the real return of the hoops. Now, I think I like red and white hoops a little bit more than red and blue hoops, but that's okay. I'm just happy they brought them back. And I will say, the design of the hoops themselves, I think looks really sleek. So this jersey, it's a winner for me. 7. CF Montreal. I think the top looks great. I love the design of this shirt. It works well with that snowflake badge, which, by the way, I still think was a completely unnecessary rebrand, but if they're gonna have a snowflake, they might as well make a jersey that goes along with it. So yeah, I love this shirt design, but Montreal, please, can we get some blue shorts on this? Like, white on white on white. It just kind of takes away the steam a little bit from that super hot shirt. Blue shorts, it would have been a nice throwback to some of the earlier Montreal Impact jerseys, which, okay, maybe that's the reason why they didn't want to go with blue, but still, white on blue would have pushed this even higher on the list. 6. Atlanta United. Okay, I'll admit, when I first heard that Atlanta was going to have a minty jersey, I was a little angry. I was like, come on. Everyone knows Charlotte has the mint theme going. Everyone knows they're going to have something to do with mint on their jerseys. Let them have their thing. Like, come up with your own thing. But I gotta say, I really like how this one turns out. The pattern on the shirt is mesmerizing. It's absolutely beautiful. Charlotte FC fans might not like what I have to say, but after seeing this kit, my opinions have kind of changed. I don't think it was Atlanta trying to steal Charlotte's thunder using this color. I just think it was kind of a coincidence that both of these teams have this mint color in their jerseys. 5. DC United. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is going to be a lot higher than on other people's lists, because I've seen a lot of people crap on this jersey, and I just can't really figure out why. I just feel like DC United look way better and look way more intimidating with a clean black kit. I don't like it when DC United go funky with their designs. I much prefer this kind of look. Now, the subtle stripes do give this jersey a little bit of depth, making it not just a plain black shirt. And with the slight red trim and white Adidas stripes, this is just a classic look. And DC United just owns it. Also worth mentioning is that the red shorts are now gone. They're going back to black shorts, which, okay, the red shorts, they were a nice throwback for the 2020 kits, but I'm actually happy they're going back to all black. This is the DC United that I grew up with, and it just looks so good to me. 4, Charlotte FC away. Whew. Okay, this is a banger. And I know a lot of people wanted mint as the primary color for Charlotte FC, but given that it's David Tepper and his connection with the Panthers, they went with the Carolina blue. Hey, let's just be happy that we got any mint at all. It's really just fantastic, though. I mean, the mint color just pops off so well on the black background. And, oh, the design on the collar and the cuffs. I don't even understand what it's supposed to be. I don't care what it's supposed to be. It just looks sexy to me. Only thing I would change, the only thing I wish they had was I wish we had mint shorts to go along with it. Some probably would have drawn comparisons with Seattle's pitch black kit, which I wouldn't have minded because that was one of my favorite jerseys of all time. Black on black, it is still a super sharp kit. It still looks amazing, but had it been black on mint, that may have propelled it to number 1 in my rankings. All right. Top 3, here we go. And I'll just admit right now, I was really indecisive with this top 3. Like last year, I kind of knew who was going to be my number 1 from the beginning. This year, not the case. I have moved each of these teams up and down. But after much internal debate, I think I got it. So let's start off with number 3. Bronze medal number 3 is Inter Miami. Finally, a pink kit. Pink on pink on pink. Besides the collar, no extra bells and whistles on this one. It's just a pink shirt. And it is glorious. I, along with others, have been asking for this since the beginning. Hell, I even listed this as one of my top 5 things I need from MLS in the next 5 years video. And now, finally got it. It's like relief, a weight lifted off my shoulders. We finally got a pink kit. A lot of people are calling this jersey too boring, too plain, and I could not disagree anymore. Because this jersey doesn't need an intricate design. The color alone is what makes it unique to the rest of MLS. I mean, could you imagine had they gone the LAFC route and had that crazy design? It would have destroyed and ruined the whole jersey. I mean, I can't think of any top flight team in any sport in this country to have rocked a pink jersey like this. And Inter Miami had the balls to do it. And it looks badass. Number 2, silver medal, Vancouver Whitecaps. Whew. Beautiful. I love it. Now, Vancouver has had some of the best and most unique jerseys over the years in MLS, but this is the 3rd time that they are incorporating a single stripe or hoop or whatever you want to call it. Some might be tired of this look, but I am not, because this to me is the definition of class. Now, this is the first single stripe on an away jersey for them, and I think it's their best looking one yet. Pairing it with the white shorts means this is basically just a reverse of their home kit. And some might call that a tad bit safe. I do understand that criticism, but for me, I'm willing to look past it because it is just too damn beautiful. And number 1, gold medal, it's just gotta be the Portland Timbers. Rose City. And it's never looked better. Absolutely love the color scheme. I mean, you got that light rose top with the dark rose shorts, and the roses themselves, they're so beautiful. It looks like they're like painted on individually on every jersey. The Portland Thorns of the NWSL kind of have a similar style jersey, but yet this, at the same time, still looks completely different from it. It's so unique to anything I've ever seen before. I mean, the creativity is just unmatched with this jersey. Like, there was a lot of teams in MLS this year that did try to go creative. But while I love the concepts of a lot of them, I hated the executions. And with this one, I love the concept. I love the execution. I love the color schemes. I love the roses. I love everything about it. This one is a work of art. Okay, 2022 jersey rankings all done. Please let me know what you guys thought. Where was I right? Where was I very, very wrong? And let me know your guys' personal rankings. I love hearing your opinions on these kind of things. Please subscribe for more MLS content. Thank you to my Patreons for helping support the channel and helping support the dream. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Remember, Untitled, den Fluss.